At some point it's like, okay, what do we want the billionaires to do? Did you not want hot chicks in space? That's what Jeff Bezos is saying. It's got to be such a frustrating time to be a billionaire. Elon Musk is going, I'm sorry, did you not want me to go on Joe Rogan and start microdosing ketamine? I thought this is what everyone wanted. No one has lobbied me for anything in my entire life. I haven't got a call from a fossil fuel lobbyist, not once. If we're all gonna be corrupt, invite daddy. Morning, folks. Welcome to the Joey Show. I'm Joey Avery. My apologies. I almost didn't see you there. I was going through my yardage book here from Augusta. We are back here in the New York studio. Thanks, everyone who listened to our little bonus episode live from Augusta, not quite featuring Brandon Walker. But as you can tell, it was a beautiful trip. I have become 90% golf and 100% sandwich. I'm wearing a golf glove right now. I've got as much Masters gear as I can. I got the vest. I got the hoodie. I got the hat. I am just dialed in. And the reason that I'm doing this is not to flex. I'm not here to flex. I'm here to cope. I'm here to cope with my own post-Augusta depression. Now, this happens in a variety of aspects of life. I recall frequently post-Coachella depression was a huge thing that I used to deal with. I'm understanding these are not exactly the hardest problems that anyone has to deal with, but they're problems we have to deal with nonetheless. Sometimes you have so much fun. Sometimes you're in such a good place. Sometimes you've had such a peak experience that going back to life is a bit of a bummy. And that's okay. I'm here to tell you that that's okay. If you're going through a period of your life where it's been so good that you're actually feeling sad from the comparative inertia of falling back down to an even level, I want to be here for you. I want to be here for you, for all the ladies who were just in space. The important female astronauts who have altered the course of history by going up in Jeff Bezos' rocket. Some people say it looks like a penis. I say, what do you want your rocket to look like? It's gonna look like a dick. You build me a vagina rocket that gets to space, I'll hop in it. If we could fill a vagina full of men and send that to space, I would support that too. I would also find that historic. Yes, people are going to criticize Katy Perry and Gayle King and a bunch of these ladies who are pretending like they're actual astronauts as compared to women who have trained their lives as scientists and are actual astronauts, and the fact that basically we've spent all this money and resources destroying the earth to send a few ladies up for a space ride in a rich man's cock rocket Rolls Royce. But that would be being cynical. And we're not here to be cynical on this program today, are we? I don't want to be cynical about the fact that it looks like rampant insider trading is going on. I don't want to be cynical about all that. Are we going to cover all of that today? Will we discuss all these topics? Yeah, we will. But we're going to be really fun about them. Okay? And that's what things are about here on the Joey Show. If you're a new listener, welcome. Thanks for coming. Me drunk on a couch for 18 minutes. Apparently most interesting episode we've dropped here. So I'm happy that you enjoyed it. I'll make sure I'm hammered next time. But I do want to start today by talking a little bit of Masters before we get into all of that, because it was, the culmination of it was so fucking beautiful. The last episode I talked about my personal experience on the grounds, which was amazing, which was life-changing. Did Brandon Walker and I turn into best friends from a buddy cop movie for 2 days after not having known each other at all and then return to our lives? Yeah, we did. It was awesome. Did we text each other all day congratulating one another on basically taking credit for the Masters being good, taking credit for Rory getting over the hump? We did. Should we? Yeah, actually we should. You should thank us If you enjoyed that Masters, you should thank us. And how could you not have enjoyed that? Rory winning at the end was it was a peak all-time sports moment because it's just someone who was supposed to be the guy who couldn't get the monkey off his back. 11 years of pain and strife and challenge, and we all go through things in our own life, and to see someone have that moment where it was like, holy shit, this happened. I finally did it. I can feel good. I had a dream. I fought for my dream. My dream came true. I'm going to tell my daughter about it. If that doesn't get your dick hard, check your fucking pulse. Or your pussy wet. But not in a sexual way. I mean in terms of just energy. Okay? I'm so fired up, I'm wearing a golf glove on this program. Yeah, I wanted to reference it so you could know that you're not going crazy. Yeah, I am. Yeah, do I have a golf towel behind me, a flat? Yeah, we're locked in. It's golf time. I'm locked. I'm 100% golf. I'm a piece of zoysia grass, okay? I'm a piece of quartz. I'm a piece of sand. I am a bunker. It was awesome, and it's inspiring. It makes you think, why not go for your moment? Are things not going well? Do you have reason to doubt yourself? Is shit going wrong in your life? Do people doubt you? Is there noise on the outside? Keep fighting. Believe that. Did you just dump a fucking wedge into the 13th hole after already laying up? And that could be a moment where your butthole should get so tight that you wouldn't even be able to get a fart out. And if you did, it'd go. You can still overcome that. You can overcome that. You can have a great shot on 15. It's never over. Now, as I discussed, we do need to discuss the fact that Jeff Bezos has sent a bunch of ladies up to space in a rocket, maybe to finally get some peace and quiet. Am I right, fellas? Come on, these fucking broads. I'm kidding, ladies. Obviously, it was a thing that happened, and people have a lot of opinions about it. A lot of people, I saw a video of Emirata, so I'm not just quoting sexist, shitty men. Emirata, I believe. So, well, let's actually get what her quote was. I thought it was relatively well summed up. Really hard to log into your computer wearing a golf glove. That's going to be, but we'll fight through adversity here.
Space mission this morning. That's end time shit. Like, this is beyond parody. Saying that you care about Mother Earth and it's about Mother Earth and you're going up in a spaceship that is built and paid for by a company that's single-handedly destroying the planet. Look at the state of the world and think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? For what was the marketing there? And then to try to make it like, I'm disgusted. Literally, I'm disgusted.
So that was her take. Seems like everyone's kind of taking a moment to joke here because, Gayle King's calling herself an astronaut. Katy Perry has said that they're putting the ass in astronaut, which is a take. I find it very funny because on the one hand, it's like, yes, I see this as a group of people who thought, wow, this will be an empowering thing. We can use the guise of kind of girl boss capitalism to get everyone on this hype excitement moment and talk about the history of this. And like little girls in school will be looking at TV hosts and saying like, I could host a TV show and then get in a space shuttle and maybe that'll be me. And that I think is the most empowering thing to tell the younger generation. Because no one in the younger generation, they don't do science. They're not doing math or science. They want to vlog. And what this is telling young girls is you can focus on vlogging or being a pop star or marrying a rich guy, and that can get you to space. And that is the most empowering message that you can send. Because now what we're telling people is you can do exactly what you want to do and still get to do all this other stuff. You don't have to go through the grind. You don't have to go through what are you going to go to college? Like a fucking idiot? What year is it? 2021? Who's going to college anymore? It's college is Twitch. College is Kick. College is pranking an old woman in a grocery store. That's what you learn from. That's what we should aspire to be. And if you're good enough at that, they will send you to space because you have clout to big up their quick little space trips. The cynicism on this is off the charts. At some point it's like, okay, what do we want the billionaires to do? You know what I mean? Like the billionaires are saying like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you not want hot chicks in space wearing spacesuits that showed a little cleave? Have you nerds did you not grow up jerking off to Layla and Futurama, the one-eyed monster with the big ooh-ahs? Who went in space? Like, we're trying to give you what you want. I thought you wanted hot chicks and futuristic spacesuits in space. I thought that's what you wanted. That's what Jeff Bezos is saying. Jeff Bezos is like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm a fucking nerd. I start Amazon. I give you guys shit for free. Then I turn into a jack guy who leaves his wife for some kind of like plasticky chick. Did you not want me to be jacked and bang chicks with big fake tits? Or not? Like, I'm sorry. I've been watching the movies you guys watch. I've been watching the shows you guys watch. I'm trying to give you what you want. Did you not want bitches in the black hole? Did you not want girls of the galaxy? Did you not want to send these ladies to the Milky Way? I thought this is what you wanted. It's got to be such a frustrating time to be a billionaire. I feel bad for them. Elon Musk is like, I'm sorry, guys. Did you not? I've been reading right-wing commentary. I don't even have an Elon Musk. I'm just doing like the guy from Simpsons who has the comic book store. Like, Elon Musk is going, I'm sorry, did you not want me to go on Joe Rogan and start microdosing ketamine? I thought this is what everyone wanted. People keep electing Trump. Okay, so I'm doing the things people want. Get rid of the deep state. Boom, fuck your park rangers. I thought that's what you wanted. Less red tape, dude. They're all just so confused. Mark Zuckerberg, he's trying his best. He's like, okay, you call me a nerd. Now I go co-opt. I go put pressure on people in an entire community in Hawaii to wrestle leverage out of their hands so that I can own a bunch of space and have my compound there so that I can get tan, so that I can get jacked, so that I can foil surf, so that I can dress like Benson Boone and sing to my wife. Is this not what you wanted? I'm jacked now. I do jujitsu. I've also been listening to the same podcast. Is nothing not enough for you people? We're trying to give you what you want. We sent these bitches to space. How is that not historic? Now, I think it's funny because it's like they're going to get backlash, and it doesn't help that I think Gayle King went out and was like, basically just like, I'm sorry, this is historic. Okay, like you don't understand. Okay, you go to space. Well, it's hard for us to go to space. Okay, also, I don't like, would I go if I was invited? I'd do it for the pod. I'd do it for the 12. If you're a new listener, welcome to the 12. Happy to have you. This is our little space shuttle. No girls allowed. I'm just kidding. We love the ladies. I would send you to space if I could. I would send you to space in my rocket. It's just the whole thing. It's an old rich people party that you weren't invited to, but you also didn't want to be invited to. You know what I mean? It's literally Jeff Bezos sending his new chick and some of her famous friends to space on basically the world's most expensive rich guy car. And people be like, oh, the backlash is not because they're women. The backlash is because there's going to be backlash to space tourism for billionaires. I think it's somewhat understandable. It's just funny to watch because they're all like, oh, I'm sorry, you couldn't get a reservation at the space restaurant. That's like what it feels like. Is it's like a bunch of ladies being like, oh, you're just jealous you couldn't get a fucking reservation to catch LA. And it's like, no, I'm just criticizing your entire lifestyle. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. Of course you should do it. Go to space. Like anytime someone challenges you to do something you're afraid of, as long as it's not horrible, then yeah, you probably do it. Like I would go to space with the gals. It seems fun. I enjoy time with the gals. I enjoy a girls' night from time to time. Sometimes I get invited to. Sometimes I'm part of girls' night. Sometimes, yeah, we chat, we gossip. Yeah, we do. Sometimes I get invited to fancy things. Did I get to go to the Masters? Yeah. Is the entire history of the Masters great? No. But did I? Yeah. Did I go? Was it so awesome that that I'm so committed to it that I've decided that, much like one of their founders, Clifford Roberts, I too will end my life by blowing my brains out near the pond on the par 3 course? Yeah, if I get to go to the par 3 course. So yeah, so it's just here. Let's check him out up there in space. Let's take a little peek here.
Criticism. 1, 2, 3. Take up space.
Oh no! Oh, I didn't know they had an acronym or a fun phrase. I didn't know they had a tagline. Taking up space. Should have invited Lizzo. Taking up space. So the idea is like we are unmanifying space. We're sending ladies up here to prove that women can also go to. There's been a woman stuck in space for 4 months because Boeing doesn't know how to do anything. What is she gonna tagline? She's up there doing science experiments and shit. We don't care. We don't. She's. They should go pick her up. Go pick her up. Invite her to girls' night. What are we doing? Invite her. She wants to take up space. She's been posted up in space. It's unbelievable. I'm happy for them. I would go. We would all go. You should go. You should go. You should go to space. Except we probably shouldn't maybe be putting our resources into space right now. Like, the fact that we've gone from like the environment is a problem and it's like you need to recycle to like, hey, actually we should take a look at like private jets, to then being like, oh yeah, they're sending individual rockets up there. Now, I will say, at least SpaceX is like doing space. Like, they're going to try and rescue the lady who's already up there. They're not just going to send 4 bitches up there to wave at her. I'll give them credit for that. They're doing some real space stuff up there. That's fun. That's nice. That's good. They're taking up space. Now, meanwhile, while all this is going on, we have the real concern about class warfare, and that is at Coachella.
There's class warfare going on at Coachella right now. If your friends are there, share this with them so they can remember Coachella is about love. It's not about money. Am I the only one seeing how crazy this whole VIP setup and GA setup is? That is the GA, this is the VIP, and there's literally a fence right there. Like, look, we're in the same desert. The music is going to be the same. The sun is going to be the same. All the is the same. But they built actual fences to separate people based on what wristband you bought and how much money you have. That is insane. Now tell me that doesn't feel like some kind of softcore simulation. Like, they're testing exactly how much separation we'll accept, even though we're all one people, as long as there's a DJ and some glitter. Now listen, this is giving very strong Berlin Wall energy. It's just way prettier and Instagrammable right now. Friends are separated from friends, and the reason is, it is way easier to control people when you divide and conquer. One group thinks they're better than the other, and we play into it too. We flex our badge color like it means something. Now look, I have VIP, so I'm part of the thing too. Fuck it. But that's not the point. The truth is, they don't want you to know it's all the same.
Okay. Now, this generated a decent amount of commentary online, and everybody is missing the point. The only thing that you really need to take away from this video is that if you're going to make a video while you're on acid, you save it to your drafts. That's it. These are completely normal thoughts to have in the midst of an almost mental breakdown while deep in a psychedelic haze. That's completely normal, okay? It is completely normal to think you can draw parallels between the Berlin Wall and the Coachella VIP fence while wearing a Coachella wristband for the VIP fence and standing in that area and saying Coachella's not about money. Spoiler alert. And all of that, we could pick apart this argument, but we don't need to, because the problem is that's an acid video draft. And that's okay. I think I encourage people to make all sorts of art while on drugs. And these days, art is no longer painting and writing, and a lot of it's just making a video and hoping that it goes viral and pressing send immediately and hoping that the dopamine from likes comes back swiftly. Now, that's all fine. That's his version of art. He is trying to become a hot take artist, and that's okay. That's very popular to have, and we're covering it here, but only because it's a popular PSA that it is okay to be on acid at Coachella, and it's okay to make videos while you're on acid, but you should save them to your drafts. That's it. That's okay. It's okay. Is Coachella about love, not money? Well, it is an experience where you pay a lot of money to think that. And I am a veteran of Coachella. I went 9 years in a row, one of the best to ever do it, went out on top. Do I need to come out of retirement? Yes. Will I look like Michael Jordan on the Wizards? Also yes. Hangovers hit a bit different now in a tent when it's 9,000 degrees. I'm someone who knows Coachella well, who loves Coachella, and I'm not going back unless I'm in whatever that stupid fence affords me on the VIP side of the fence, because I'm too old to share bathrooms with guys while they're making those acid TikToks. I would have him removed from that VIP area, Berlin Wall style, okay? And let him know this is not for you anymore, okay? Until you learn the draft function. VIP is for people who know when to make and who know when to post. We don't throw everything straight to main, sweetheart. That's a story at best. It's a story at best. Very odd to be at Coachella and be like, this is not what it's about. The artists are paid top dollar. You paid top dollar. You paid so much money this year, in fact, that 60% of the people who went to Coachella financed their tickets. Okay, they paid more so that they could pay them over a monthly period. Now, this has also caused a lot of conversation, very few of which has been, but isn't it all about love, man? I wish that things could be all about love. Things are about love like once, and then people figure out a formula and just keep trying to fucking replicate it over and over again. But there are a bunch of people at Coachella who had the best, most eye-opening, love-filled experience of their life. We can only seek to create experiences and hope that people get the most out of them. People see the financing of, there was a whole thing when people were financing DoorDash and they're financing Coachella tickets, and I think there's a bit early of a freak out on the financing of Coachella tickets. It's an easy mark. It's an easy take. It's an easy thing to be like, oh my God, you're just going to fucking finance this so you can go do drugs? This economy is fucked. No wonder you're never going to own a home. To that, I'd say a lot of the people going to Coachella are in fucking college. It's $500. You can probably work 40 out a month to get there. And some of the people financing it are the people that are going to be having some of the best time there. You don't want everyone there to just be a disposable income person who's just like, I've seen this band. You want some people there that are just full of stoke, that want to be there, okay? There are people who don't make a ton of money. Should they not be able to go to Coachella? I guess the argument is the tickets should be lower, but they're going to fuck you in the ass when they have the chance. You'd have to make an executive order, okay, to get the prices lower. Maybe Trump can bundle that with prescription drugs. We're going to bring down prescription drug prices. We're going to bring down Coachella prices. And now you can do prescription drugs at Coachella and in a headdress because Trump is back. That might be an effective move for him. That might be a pivot. I would consider that if I was him. I don't know if people are going to love deporting people to El Salvador who immigration courts have said aren't supposed to be there without due process. I don't know if that's going to be great to run on. I do think cheaper Coachella tickets and cheaper drugs to do at them, it's an angle, it's a thought, it's a vibe. Now, he's not the presidential candidate that understands Coachella, because there actually is one, or a former one. I don't know if he would run. He's a little long in the tooth, as they like to say, and I do think he has relatively long teeth here. But we did have a surprise set at Coachella this year. Here it is, folks.
Please give it up for Senator Bernie Sanders!
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to be long, but this is what I want to say. This country faces some very difficult challenges. And the future of what happens to America is dependent upon your generation.
It's a crazy thing to hear when you were just like 5 Molly pills deep and you're like, oh, fuck, dude. Holy shit. I don't know if I was ready to hear that right now. I think you just cheer. What's funny about this and what's crazy about it, in my opinion, is that I've seen Bernie at Coachella. I've already seen Bernie Sanders at Coachella. This is Bernie Sanders' return to the desert, like fucking Calvin Harris. Bernie Sanders Coachella years, because he was there with I believe he was there with Run the Jewels. Yeah, okay, let's pull this up.
Hi, everybody. This is Senator Bernie Sanders. One of the highlights of running for president over the course of this last year has been getting to know Killer Mike. His depth of passion, his knowledge and commitment to community is an inspiration to me, and I value his friendship immensely. LP, keep up the great work, and let's get to know each other better in the months to come. By the way, I thought the least I could do for both of you was to help you out by bringing a few young people together. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my friends, Run the Jewels.
I thought he was actually there in person, but either way, he could have hyped that a little bit. Look, Bernie is working on his Coachella appearances. I think that the second one was better. I think that next year he needs more of an intro. Like, I know it's not his thing, but let's be honest, the reason Bernie is popular is because he sticks aggressively to only doing his thing at all times, and I respect that. But it's Coachella, man. Like, we need lights. We need a little smoke. Just a little bit of some crazy intro, and then like, well, I don't know about all that, but I don't know about the billionaires sending bitches into space, and whether or not the woman should go to space. We believe in women, but these billionaires should not be allowed to send rocket ships shaped like phallic penises or vaginas or whatever genitals that they send the rocket ships, that they make them to look like today. That is the job of NASA and NASA alone, and that is what we shall do. I think Coachella should have a politics stage. I do, and it should be all day. There should be politics going on there, and they could use it as a punishment. Now, I think Bernie would be probably he's probably the best vibe. If you're going to watch a politician at Coachella, Bernie is the vibe. There's really no one else I can think of that would actually work. So they've done a good job with him. But a full politics stage, and it could be used as a punishment. So it's like, oh, you're having a bad trip, and we need, I mean, it would make it worse, but the only way out is through. Okay. Oh, did you get in a fight in the parking lot? Boom. You get to go watch Don Jr. for an hour and a half. Sober up. You sober up. You watch that. And then you get to go back to music because you were getting too hyped. You need to calm down. Okay. If you're tall and you're wearing a large hat, sorry, that's not allowed. It's festival season, honey. If you're tall and wearing a large hat, straight to jail. I know. Sun's a problem. Screen up, you fucking mongoloid. People behind you are trying to see. Some of us are normal height. I'm not height shaming you. You wore the hat. Nothing wrong with being tall. Don't wear a fucking sun hat to a festival, straight to jail. You go to the Coachella politics stage, okay? You get to watch someone talk politics for you get to watch Lindsey Graham. That's what you get for an hour with your hat. Okay, until you come to the conclusion and leave the hat behind, boom, you're out of jail. You get to go have fun. It's not the worst idea. Could you do a politics festival? Again, I guess that's what Trump has been doing, and I guess that's what Bernie and AOC are doing. Bernie and AOC are on a tour a Fight the Oligarchy tour. I think it's well timed, and people are. It's like really the only place to organize energy within the Democratic Party right now is between the two of them. Anyway, I think the Fight the Oligarchy thing is going to go well. I think one of the things that's been popping up is allegations of insider trading seem to be going up higher and higher, and I think this is important for a couple reasons. Yesterday, or a couple days ago, there was an interesting moment where Trump, basically in the morning, made a post about NVIDIA, how it was one of the great American companies, causing the stock to bump up a little bit. And then in the afternoon, the Trump administration came out with a punishment, massive fines for NVIDIA, which caused the stock to tank. Now, an hour before close that day, $3 million worth of NVIDIA calls were aggressively sold. These are options trades, more risky than just a buy-sell. A few minutes ago, NVIDIA announced that Trump would not let them sell H20 chips to China, tanking the NVIDIA stock. And then it says they aren't even trying to hide it, and they show here a bunch of those calls. Now, there's a lot to dive into here. I'm not an expert in options trading. I'm not an expert in the market. I'm not an expert in how to root out insider trading. Now, this isn't some obvious massive institution. This looks like a case, given the volume, where it would be some members of the administration knew and did that. Now, people are pretending like this is the first time it's ever happened. We've said for a long time we want to be a part of Pelosi Capital. We've thought about mirroring her trades here on the show, except there are problems with politician mirroring accounts. We've discussed all of it. I'm just saying Daddy wants in. Look, I think it's a tremendous danger to the country for people to think that the entire financial system is corrupt, even though in ways it certainly is. And I think the fact that a lot of stuff seems to be happening at a high level and seems to be happening blatantly is not great, as this tweet response says to it. Can't say it enough, but we are about 2 months into the largest notional insider trading in history, and the guy doing the tipping off has pardon power. Now, that is not great, okay? I'm going to put my golf glove back on here because I just want to let you know, as a guy who's been to Augusta, I'm cool. All right? I'm a cool guy. I just want to throw that out there on the airwaves right now. Look, all this shit going on, no one seems to want to invite Papa. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué no me? Why not me? I want a job in Congress. I want to take I think it's a rot that could be very dangerous for the country in the long term. I really wish it wasn't happening, but if it's happening, invite me to the party. I've been to the Masters. I didn't bring my phone in. I probably hung out with some of y'all. I was there. I've been in exclusive spaces. I'm fun. I know my place. I enjoy the ride. Does it look like I'm a snitch? I look like a fucking snitch to y'all, dog? Do I look like a fucking snitch when I wear my hat like this, bruh? Bruh. Come on. Let me in. If we're doing this. Now, some people will say he's being relatively obvious about it, and you should be more active if you just follow his tweets and kind of see where his head fakes are and all that. Like, you could do the, no, I don't have time for that. Tell me direct. Me and Martha will be, I'm like Martha Stewart. Why does she get caught? I'll do a little bit of time in a white collar if I have to, if the price is right. I'll take the fall for the team. Come on, bruh. I ain't Mr. Smith going to Washington being like, you're all greedy, corrupt. Let me in. Nah. Stop doing this without me. Stop it. Cut it out. It's not nice. Okay? Invite me on the spaceship. Look, I would like for all this to keep going well relatively. I would like for America to continue being a dominant power. I would like for the market to be a place for the average person to put money in a 401k and shore up their retirement. I would like for overall just a nice index fund, which I still believe is a great investment tool as long as you don't die over a long period of time. I do that. I believe in that. I think that's great. I want the financial system to work. But if we doing some fuck shit, why am I not? Do I not look fun at parties? I just got invited to the Masters from a guy who I barely knew. Ask him if I was a good time. I'm a great time. You invite me to the fucking thing. Let me in. If we're doing this, let me in. Okay? And I want to be clear. Don't do it. Cut it out. Stop. Please. It's not nice. Okay, it's not nice. I don't want financial engineering. I don't want, there's videos of Trump with Charles Schwab saying, oh, he made $900 million. Happy, you're welcome, lucky for, everyone who pats Trump's back, he just wants everyone to suck his cock. Do I have to suck the cock? I don't want to suck the cock. I don't want to. But let me in a little bit. I'm just saying, let me, and it could be a coincidence. It could all be a coincidence. Why would it not be a coincidence? I think if Mr. Smith went to Washington today, instead of critiquing the place for greed and appealing to the fundamental founding ideals of America as the congressional halls is a place that is supposed to protect. Okay, like I know that we throw out the ideals of this country because we're like, how can you say a country who was founded on all this actually cares about liberty or actually cares about justice when founders had slaves? All that. I understand that. But the point is like, it's better when we try to believe it, right? It's better when we try to believe that Congress is a place that is where people have morals and they're actually attempting to be a bulwark against the innate human nature of greed and loyalty and fealty and all that. Like when they made the movie Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, he was fighting against the greed that's always been in Congress, but that we try to fight against. But right now everyone's like, all right, fuck it, let's just get in. And I wish, but if we doing it, let me in. I think Mr. Smith would go to Washington and just become a coked out options trader. He'd be like, we got to believe in fucking freedom. What? We're making 300 mil off calls, dude. Daddy wants a house in Dubai, okay? Daddy wants a house in Dubai. Why not? No one has lobbied me for anything in my entire life. Do you not want access to my viewers, you fucking idiots? Okay, do I need to spend more time? Okay, should I start discussing trouble in the Middle East? Can I get a call from AIPAC? There is not one special interest. I haven't got a call from a fossil fuel lobbyist, not once in my entire podcasting career. Why? Is it because people don't usually listen to this unless I'm drunk on a couch in Augusta? Well, that's stupid, because this is a ground floor opportunity, you fucking idiots. Do you want access to the 12 or not? Okay, I have said before, I am willing to launch a meme coin. Let's rug it. I am willing, I don't know what I have to do. I really don't. I am trying to open the door for corruption so that I can up level from a 1-bedroom to 2-bedroom in fucking Manhattan. It ain't cheap, bitch. It ain't fucking cheap, Lower East Side. It ain't cheap, okay? I'm not living in fucking tenement housing. I am living, okay, in a building that I am pretty sure is a Chinese money laundering front. It's true. I am pretty sure I am living in a building that is laundering money for Xi Jinping and or the other side. I might be with Falun Gong. I don't even fucking know. I'm not an expert in Chinese politics, but I'm willing to play one on TV for the right price. Gong Hao Fat Choi. Happy New Year, fuckface. Send me some money. I'm sorry. Put it in a gold envelope. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to up-level. Okay? I'm trying to up-level. There's a gym in my building. Is that awesome? Yeah, it is awesome. It's a fucking Smith machine. Whose cock do I have to suck to get a real fucking rack down there? What am I, lifting at a fucking Marriott? Give me a real barbell. Let me cook, fuckface. Jesus. If we're all going to be corrupt, invite daddy. Just, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to get ahead in this corrupt world? Okay? This is how you radicalize me. This is how you radicalize me. I am openly stating that I am available to the highest bidder. But if no one comes knocking on my door, I'm going with Bernie Sanders and I'm burning everything down. Do you guys not understand that's the state of the entire world right now? If you think you can do a small club and keep everyone out and be obvious about your corruption, then you either invite Papa and the 12, or we're fucking burning it down. Okay? That's not radical. That's negotiation. Art of the deal. Art of the deal. That's my tariff. That's my tariff on the Penguins. Play ball, or I will fuck you up. I'll see you at Augusta. Let's do some tour dates. All right, this weekend, April 18th and 19th at East Providence, in East Providence, Rhode Island. April 26th and 27th in Bangor and Portland, Maine, both with Mark Gagnon of Flagrant and Camp Gagnon. Raleigh, North Carolina, May 2nd through the 4th at Good Nights, Dallas Comedy House, May 23rd to the 25th. Sacramento Punchline, June 4th. San Francisco Punchline, June 5th, 6th, 7th. Maybe shooting a special there. Cleveland, Ohio, June 20th and 22nd. St. Petersburg, Florida, July 11th, 12th. Long Island, October. Charlotte, get your tickets. San Diego, get your tickets. That's all for fall. And we're going to be adding a few more soon, folks. Tour is rolling on. Make sure to snag your merch. We got the hats. We got the shirts. We are running out, running low. Get them while you can. Let's get back to the show. All right, folks. Again, we're not being cynical today, okay? Not being cynical at all. My point is just involve me in the corruption. Not being cynical, but wanted to pull this one up. New York Times Magazine, the booming panic room industry is happening. Fortifying the American home has become big business, selling escape tunnels, secret arsenals, and even flammable moats. Ron Hubbard, the chief executive of Atlas Survival Shelters, runs one of many companies that designs and builds bunkers for wealthy clients. His business booming. 1/3 of American adults were prepping for a doomsday scenario, spending a collective $11 billion over 12 months. And some really extensive stuff here. Atlas bunkers can include parking spaces, gyms, and greenhouses. At this site near Dallas, an underground tunnel will connect the bunker to the client's home. Citing fears of pandemic, nuclear war, financial collapse, and civil unrest, Americans of all backgrounds are increasingly concerned with protecting themselves. Hubbard has noticed the change. More working-class people now want to buy into his bunkers. Now we sell a bunker that's only $20,000. They're for guys making $60,000 a year. They drive Chevy pickups, not Ferraris. So I think this is a good sign for the economy if working-class people also think there's something to live for. That's a positive. All we hear is that there's no more working class. If working class people are buying bunkers and panic rooms for freak out doomsday scenarios, that means they're trying to conserve something. The reason rich people do it, everyone freaks out when they see rich people buying panic rooms and they're like, oh my God, what do they know? What do they know? What do they know? No. Okay. Rich people buy panic rooms for two reasons. One, because they have nothing else to be afraid of, right? Mark Zuckerberg has a giant panic room in his place in Hawaii, not because he knows the world is going to end in 20 days, but because he's like, damn, I've already slayed everything. What else do I need to do? He could get attacked by crazy people. He could get mad that me and the boys are going to come for him when he doesn't involve us in the corruption. This is why they have, it's not that they know, they also do talk to CIA people, and they do talk to people in the Pentagon and all these people. And when they tell you what's really going on, they're like, actually, it could fall apart at any moment. Yeah, that's always been true. Shut the fuck up and have a Bud Light, you fucking pussy. Who cares? Who cares? If it all goes to shit, fine. What am I going to live underground? I'm a fucking mole person. I don't give it. If it all goes to shit, I am walking outside in the nude with a bunch of bullets over my chest like Rambo and a gun, and I'm just going to say to everybody, let's get fucked up. Let's get fucked up. And people are like, what do you mean? We're all going to die. I'll be like, exactly. No hangover. Let's send it, baby. Let's ship it. Let's ship it. I'm going to live underground. A parking space underground? Where are you driving? It's just, it's one of those things. But again, I'm not being cynical. I think it's a good thing. That means people are more prepared. Now, also, there are more people listening to information from places that do oftentimes have a vested interest. Yeah, if I'm listening to Alex Jones and he's talking about, the world's all going to die anyway. Next up, we have American Patriot Supply. We've got to go fleshlights. You just add water, it'll grow into a whole thing. You can fuck it like a chia pet. Like if I'm gonna sell, again, think about this. Once I have anything to sell you, I should. If I was good at my job. Now the problem is I'm great at my job. If I was good at my job, I would alter the things that I talk about in my worldview to perfectly set you up to buy the thing that I'm going to sell you when I have a sponsor. I don't do that. I'm great at my job, which means I'm just going to tell it to you 100, and I'm not going to take on anybody I don't agree with. Unless the pay's right. But if you have a vested interest in selling people your very own fucking Doomsday kits, then why wouldn't you talk about Doomsday? There is a closed loop in terms of the content society and the stuff that people are listening to, but also people have it so good and they have so much stuff that once you don't have to worry about where your next meal comes from, it's pretty safe to say like, well, fuck, what if it all goes to shit? I don't think this is predictive. I just think that this guy came up with a smart business model for people who have a lot to say, well, I want to keep it. And yes, he makes a poor man's panic room. I wouldn't want one. I don't want to live in some $20,000 fucking porta potty. You kidding me? I'll just blow my brains out on the par 3 course at Augusta. But that's not really, I think people see these and then they freak out. Like if I posted this on Instagram right now, people would be like, bet that's it for us now. We looking cooked. It's going to be fucking fine. Or it's not, and if it's not, then it won't be then. And the best thing to do is to not spend the time when it's fine worrying about when it won't. Because likely when shit isn't fine is a very rapid, very shitty moment. And for those 2 days, you will miss when you had all of this. So don't freak out, okay? It's fine. And if you do want to freak out, The Joey Show is selling its own panic rooms. Go to joeyavery.com/live to buy them. Now, on to a more, we could call it a more fun part of the internet, although the discourse has not been fun. There was a FanDuel broadcast of an Atlanta Braves game this week in which an announcer... Well, I'll just let you watch the clip and then we'll discuss.
We're having a lot of fun up here up the Corona rooftop. Who do we got here? What's your name?
My name's Lauren.
Lawrence, all right.
And I'm Kayla.
Kayla, and you guys hang out at the rooftop lounge often?
Once a year I come out to visit.
Okay, well, we timed it pretty well. All right, good. How are you guys feeling about rooting for the Braves today?
Oof, I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
What about you? Are you a Braves fan now?
Not quite.
Not quite. All right, I'm gonna go to work up here, guys. Good luck the rest of the way.
Okay, Wiley. You got 4 innings to get the numbers.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Get us some more Braves fans.
All right, so they want me to get your number.
They want you to get my number.
I'm dead serious. They're saying in my ear right now. She doesn't believe me because she thinks you guys are not. I'm making this up. Even if you guys weren't, I might use that in the future. That's actually a pretty good move.
This is unbelievable.
So the best part of this right now is that Wiley could totally be faking it. This might be the new move. Just walk around with a FanDuel microphone and an earpiece in and convince fans that they're actually on TV.
I should have thought of this years ago.
I am speechless.
I got the number. We're good.
So, interested in your immediate thoughts. Take a moment, think about that, process it. Okay, was that fun? Was it creepy? Was it cringy? Now imagine how the internet reacted to that. There was a lot. There was a lot to this. I would say one of the dominant things with people jumping on and saying like, wow, what a fucking double standard. And people say all women sports reporters are just there to smash the athletes. This is absolutely disgusting. It's unprofessional. He should be fired. Then you have other people basically responding to that and being like, shut up, you dumb whore. And that's not the most diplomatic response to that either. Then you have that gentleman Wiley there, sense of the moment, posted a screenshot of the Goodwill Hunting move. I got a number, kid. I got a number, kid. How you like them fucking apples? I got a number, kid. And it's just, to me, a beautiful encapsulation of the perfect rift in our society where a lot of people look at that and go, that fucking ruled. Now, a lot of those people are guys who, some of them are creeps. Some of them are just people who've been in the trenches who are like, hey, sometimes it's hard to get a number. Sometimes it's hard to get a number. And a lot of those people are people who have watched baseball. And if you've watched baseball, you go, let's spice this broadcast up a bit. A little something. I mean, a little something. Is that less graphic than the fact that 99% of the ads for local broadcasts of baseball games are for dick pills because it's a lot of dudes with ED sitting in a recliner being like, fucking hell yeah, dude. And there's nothing wrong with having a soft dick and watching baseball. It's one of the great American pastimes. But I thought the discourse was just unfortunate because it really broke down into like you're a dumb idiot, or basically like, this is disgusting. It's a double standard. Where's the public apology? There should be no public apology. 100%. This wasn't even the main Braves broadcast. This, I think, is getting overlooked. This was a FanDuel side broadcast for the Braves. Now, do we think the average sports gambling addict who has gone to a side broadcast of a local baseball game to watch the FanDuel cast has a problem with the dude pulling a number whilst being on TV? I would say no. Is there mild unprofessionalism to it? I'll concede that. I thought it's hard to get a number out there sometimes. Ladies, y'all are going to fucking space. All right? Sometimes it's hard for guys to get up there. Now I have to have a rocket just to send you a text. Oh, just because I don't have a fucking rocket, I can't send you a picture of my dick no more? I'm sorry. I thought this was fucking America, dude. Fucking Jeff Bezos out here putting bitches on his rocket. I can ask for your number on fucking... I'm just doing Boston for no reason. He did the Goodwill Hunting thing. It's his fault. I talked to a friend of mine who is in the sports business realm and is a lady, and I wanted to know, do I have a blind spot here? Because I think guys who have struggled to pull numbers in their life see that and they're like, sick, dude, whatever it takes. She didn't appear uncomfortable to me, although obviously if a dude on TV is asking for your number, you're probably not going to just straight up reject him, although that would be great content. You can always do a fake number. She didn't strike me as incredibly uncomfortable, but maybe that... And this is why I asked. Maybe this is my male blind spot kicking in. So I asked my friend, and she said, no, I didn't find it to be like harassment or insanely inappropriate. Just she found it to be cringe. Fair. Her other take was once she found out it was FanDuel, she thinks potentially, fucking setup. Potential setup. We're the FanDuel broadcast. No one's watching the FanDuel broadcast. How the fuck do we get people to watch the FanDuel broadcast? How about we hire a 6'4" stallion Send him up to the fucking fun deck, have him go up to a couple ladies, see if he can pull a number, kid. And if that is the case, and then this backlash hits, we're laughing all the way to the bank because we're FanDuel Sports, baby. We just want our name out there. Sports betting is a crowded space now, and every person we acquire. Okay, so if I got a bunch of eyeballs to start watching because of this, and then you go on Twitter and you see people being like, "Oh my God, this is sexist," and then the average sports bettor is like, "Sexist? He just asked for a number. Do you know how hard it is to get fucking numbers, dude? Oh, if you think it's on, you fucking pull a number, dude. I'm a man. I'm pissed. I'm pissed about being a man. I'm gonna watch the FanDuel cast from now on." Now you're fucking off a couple IPAs on a Tuesday night because your wife's being a bitch, and that's okay. And you're thinking, I'm going to the FanDuel broadcast, and I'm going to place a couple parlays. I'm a couple juicy hazies in. I'm going to place a couple parlays. Not because he got a number, but is there maybe something deep in my subconscious that's like, wish I could get a fucking number and be on TV? Yeah, maybe. Now, is that what's happening in most people's brains? Is that a crazy leap? Yeah, of course it is. But is that actually the entire point of brand marketing? Brand marketing is not about direct response. Brand marketing is not about, okay, we spent money on a Nike billboard, so we know you saw a billboard. I'm going to go buy a shoe. No, we want to be in your fucking head so that when it's time to place a little gamble, because you're off 4 or 5 IPAs, because you're off a Perk 30, because Trump made prescriptions a little bit more affordable. And maybe that was the only thing I did care about politically this year. Yeah, send these bitches to space. Who cares? I'm off a Perk 30 drinking IPAs watching the FanDuel cast of the Braves game because I watched a guy pull a number and I missed that. That might be a little, that is in the back of someone's head and they're not thinking it. You don't think you're thinking it. But a couple people will place those wagers. So I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. Not everything is a conspiracy. But could this be a conspiracy? You fucking bet your bottom dollar it could be. So, yeah, look, just don't believe everything you see, all right? Sex sells. And the fact that an outrage sells now, too. Outrage sells now as well. People want people mad. People want people fired up. How do we get them out there? While we're doing sports, we could just touch on it briefly before getting on out of here. Bill Bellicheck, a little check-in on Bill Belichick's love life. The Athletic had a piece here. How involved is Bill Belichick's girlfriend at UNC? New emails show a glimpse inside her role. Now, this mainly comes down to the fact that Bill Bellicheck is behaving in a mildly un-Bill Belichickian way. The Patriot way was very non-flashy, very shrewd. I wear the sweaters. I don't care. It's all about football. This is the first time in my life that I've been forced to think about the fact that Bill Bellicheck does indeed have a penis. Yes, of course he has sons, 2 sons who will, I believe, both be joining the UNC staff. He has a daughter who is a coach of a lacrosse team. And usually you do have to have a penis to make children, but it's a fundamentally non-sexual act in the way that we experience it in the world. I think that's safe to say. Having children is something that makes someone more reserved, more calmed down, less about that dong life. Okay? And he's lived a good dong life, it appears. Now he has a 26 or 25-year-old girl, a girl who is currently running for the elected office of Miss Maine, and walking around UNC wearing powder blue, wearing loud outfits, bedazzling things, doing all the things that a fundamentally unhinged 25 or 26-year-old who has become self-actualized and given a decent amount of power would do. I don't know her. I'm not here to criticize her, although that is fundamentally what the entire world will be doing now for some time. Just looks like someone who, as we move through life and whatever happens with Bill and then her in the long term, I think that she's someone that people are going to go, she's a bit, well, she's something. You know, I envision that Bill's ex-wife, the mother of his kids, and his ex-longtime girlfriend, who apparently also runs his foundation, there's a lot of there's a lot of dinner table chats. People talk. I wish they didn't, but they do. And I think that people are probably sitting around a couple of dinner tables going, having a bite, little salmon, little farro, maybe an ancient grain, and going, you seen, so Bill's new girl seems to be something. A little cough and kind of a knowing eye, a bit of an eye roll, and maybe it will move on. Maybe it will move on from that topic, is what happens around those tables. This is not to say that this isn't a great situation for everybody. These ladies are hopefully well off, and Bill seems to be happy. He was doing yoga with her at the beach. I want Bill to be happy. I do. And she seems very happy. And I think the people that may be less happy are going to be the people involved in UNC football if this appears to be a very un-Bill Belichickian realm. If UNC to him ends up looking more like him going back, it's basically the movie Old School is kind of what it is. Like, is this Bill going back to college? You know, he's done it. He's been ground down by life, and he's having his Frank the Tank moment. Bill Bellicheck is going streaking up into the quad and through the gymnasium. Bill Bellicheck is smashing a hot young piece of box, respectfully. I don't know the right word for vagina. People don't like vagina. I come out here, I say snatch, I say box, I say you say whisker. I mean, there's all these things you can say. None of them are good. I mean, what am I supposed to say? He's smashing that puss. Bonani. I don't know what the appropriate words are, and I want to be nothing if not appropriate here. I assume that their wiener and vaginal canal have forged a union that is working out for both of them in some way. And for that, we are grateful. And we say thanks to God for our daily bread and Bill's daily box. Amen. Now, what's been interesting about this is that she got copied on. Bill basically asked, like, hey, copy her on all my emails. She'll be running things. You get older. I don't want to do all the emails. So a lot of the emails, The Athletic went through. They did a public records request because the school is a public institution. They were able to get all these records and basically read all the emails. I think that there was stuff about Benghazi. She has a private server. They got to hang her in a public square. No, she's not Hillary. I think that the main interesting thing, they talk about how she was telling people how to position Steve, his son. Hey, don't talk about Steve as Bill's son. Talk about him as his own man, how he's learned from the college game. He's coached other places. It seems like Steve is a good coach from all the things I hear in NFL circles, of course, which I am a main part of. There was also an interesting moment where Bill and her were kind of alleging that UNC wasn't blocking people for calling him a predator, and they didn't like that. He was like, is the university really okay with calling me a predator? And they didn't enjoy that. And so now she's just going to be involved in running some of his businesses. Now, that does make some sense because what is she supposed to do? She's 25. She's dating one of the richest and most powerful men in the world. What is she going to get, a fucking internship at Salesforce? Was she going to learn about a CRM software and try and start a career in fucking tech sales for no money when she could be Mrs. UNC? No, she is getting her bag like she should, okay? Like the crazy lady that she should be. She's going to get her shit. Yeah, bitch. You bedazzle that fur coat. You walk out onto the field. You claim your territory. The losers in this will be all of the UNC football fans and the players thinking they're going to get a Bill Belichick experience. I don't know if that's possible when he's love drunk off some young Boxola, who he's letting be a part of the system. It just feels antithetical to who he was and what he has been. But maybe he didn't get to have a childhood because he's been coaching ball like a big mean man in cold places for all these years. He didn't get to have a college experience. It's fine that Bill wants to be in old school right now. I just would hate it if I cared about UNC football because I don't see it going well. And what do I know? I've only won more Super Bowls than Bill. I think neither one of them will end this experiment in Chapel Hill with a ring. But I'm not a fucking genius, okay? I just think that this is what everyone... It makes sense what everyone's doing here. I understand their motives. And yeah, she's going to be involved in business at UNC because Bill doesn't have a fucking space shuttle to send her and her friends on, so she needs this flex. I wish the best for both of them. I do. I don't think they're going to have their Rory McIlroy moment, but they're going to have a nice time down there, and maybe that's what football is all about. It's really not about the wins. It's about the friends we made along the way. And that, of course, is good advice for all of us. What she's doing in North Carolina is simply what people are doing in Washington, D.C. It's simply what I had a meltdown trying to do. If you have access to power, get yours. Everyone else is doing it. Okay? Everyone else is doing it. Yes, corruption is bad. Yes, it's short-term thinking. Yes, it can lead to rot in the country, in institutions overall, when people don't believe there's some sort of fairness in the world. When people are sick and when people are on acid and they're sick and tired of looking at the VIP station in Coachella and they've lost their minds. People on the outside looking in saying, well, I can't go to the Masters. That's fine. Look for your moment. Look for your moment. Get in a VIP, okay? It's not a VIP if everyone can fucking do it. It's not corruption if everyone's allowed to do it. You need to get out there and make your own dreams come true, okay? I believe in us here at the 12. Why is Hunty B our hero? Is it because Hunter Biden liked one of our videos one time a long time back and that was shocking? Yes. Is it also because he's understood this fundamental human concept for a long time? Yes. I believe in you. Follow your dreams. There's only two ways that you can actually achieve them. You can work hard, you can be a good person, you can be dedicated, resilient, you can fight for the longest goddamn possible time in the world, and you can get it done like Rory, and you can have your moment, and you can cry, and it can be beautiful, and you can be a great person, and that's what I believe you can do, and that's what I plan to do, and that's what we will do. Or alternatively, you could back that ass in there and get there a little corrupt-wise, you know what I mean? You could suck some cock, literally or figuratively, and find your way in. But don't let your dreams just be dreams. Go out there and get them done. I love you. I believe in you. I always will. This has been The Joey Show. I'm Joey Avery. Good night.
Thank God I have a podcast.